The grey man does whatever a grey man can. Can he make a comic feed? Yes, he can. He just did. Watch now. A video from Grey Man. A video from Grey Man.
Grey Maniacs gather. Yes, it's time for the what's the one before penultimate? The third before last video of my going through my comics series. Nearly done. Wow. Been doing this since 2018, I think. I started my comic stuff in 2018. Going through my shelves, counting my comics as I called it back then. I should have started again counting to find out how many I've got, but no, I really can't be bothered. It's not important to know, really. Right, so this is mainly Nightwing, but lots of other stuff as well, actually. A few, actually, I'm hoping there's a Batman series in here that I've been thinking about for a while, actually. I've not seen it for ages, and I haven't thought where it was. I'm trying to find my Batman, the Doom That Came to Gotham run. Maybe it'd be in this pile. Anyway, starting off, we've got Superman and Batman versus vampires and werewolves. We've got some Mandrake art. Tom Mandrake. One of my faves. I don't know why he's not more popular, to be honest. Maybe it's just me that thinks he's cool. I like the darkness of his work. I think he's got like elements of oh, sorry. I had the brand name in my fucking mind a minute ago. Now it's completely jumped out of my brain. The really, really good horror artist who did Swamp Thing and stuff like that, and Frankenstein, and I think he's got elements of his stuff. Did not do his first Swamp Thing as well. Wrightson, is it Bernie Wrightson? Yeah, I think he's got elements of Wrightson in his work. Some of the darkness. But yeah, I just think he's really, really well done for horror as well. His style really goes good for horror. And look, he's got the demon on this one. Can't go wrong with a bit of demon action now, can you? And yeah, there's the last one. So look at the face on that vampire. Good stuff. Right. We've got... This is a story that I believe was never actually finished. Kevin Smith. I think he did, was it Cacophony, the first story that he did, I think? And that was reasonably well done. But then this one, The Widening Gaia, never got finished. I believe this is the one, the six-parter. So there's a new character called Baphomet who was introduced. It turns out he's like introduced as a new hero, and Batman sort of teams up with him. There's a particular bit in the story that a lot of the fanboys aren't happy with, where Batman admits to nearly wetting himself when he set off a bomb a little bit too more powerful than he expected it to be. Anyway, it turns out this Baphomet is, if it is the one I'm thinking, I'm sure it is this one. It turns out it's actually the villain Onomatopoeia who's gone undercover. I think at the very last scene he's cutting someone's throat. I can't remember whose throat he's cutting, but we never actually get to see the completion of the story because I think it's this one. Let me just quickly check. I'll probably be completely wrong. I know someone's throat is being slashed there. I think he might be one of I think he might be Batman's girlfriend at this point. Oh, it's Silver St. Cloud. I thought Silver St. Cloud... Oh, yeah, well, Silver St. Cloud's come and gone. Anyway, that's the cover. And that's having her throat slashed. End of Volume 1. Way back in 2010, 12 years ago. No sign ever of Volume 2. So... yeah. Okay. Okay, be like that. Right. We now have... I thought it was a decent story. I didn't mind the story at all, to be honest. That bit about... like Batman admitted, like, it was like he had an involuntary sphincter... something or other. It just basically meant he wet himself a bit. Because the bomb was so loud when he's blown up a wall. That, like when he was first starting out. And it was kind of... I thought that was... you know, I didn't think that was particularly bad or like that. It's like, fair enough, like Batman overestimated it. And he's having an admission of what's up... storyline, a thing that happened when he was an amateur kind of thing, long before, before he really cut his teeth properly. And I think a lot of people, oh, Batman, oh, I can't believe they said this in the comic book, oh, they're so stupid, Batman wouldn't do that, blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, well. Anyway, this is, I'm paraphrasing, because I don't even know where I heard it. I definitely heard that people weren't happy with that bit, but what exactly they said, how bad the furore was, I'm not too sure. But it was, as usual with most comic book stuff, it's probably overblown and people complaining loudly to get more views, basically. So it just seems to be the way, isn't it, on most things. Oh, if I could complain really, really loud, I get people to watch me complaining. And the people know that complaints sell more, so they don't bother saying positive things anymore. Like Gotham City Sirens, I think this one shot up in value, some of them anyway. I think there was one cover missing. I had one cop book missing from this run for some reason, and I went to try and get it, and it was like 20 quid or something. It had gone up a lot. But yeah, Gotham City Sirens. I think it was Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy and Catwoman. This is before Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn were romantically involved, and like quite often Poison Ivy's more annoyed by Poison Ivy more than anything. It's quite often, but I suppose she just grew on her, I suppose, and she started to see whatever endearing facets she had. That's a pretty cool one of Poison Ivy. I know there's a lot of old school purists who are like, a lot of them up in arms about a lot of characters coming out as homosexual, bisexual, that kind of thing. I don't get too fussed about that, to be honest. It's like, okay, we know there's, it's human beings. There are gay human beings in the world, so it's perfectly fine with me that they have representatives. I get a little bit when they create characters who've been around for years and suddenly decide that they are, and it's like, well, that doesn't really make much sense, because there's no indication of it at any point during their whole time. Like the 20 years they've been in existence, or 80 years or whatever, but suddenly for that to come up, that kind of confuses me a bit. But I kind of, like, for example, I think I mentioned it before with the original Green Arrow, right? We know the universe has changed many times. Yeah, we've had the New 52, then we've had the Rebirth. So we just have to admit, like, when I think about that, I just think, well, it's probably just like it's a different, variation. It's a different multiverse version of Green Arrow. Green Lantern. So it doesn't, I kind of look at it that way. So whatever, it's all good. There we go. Messing with the Riddler. The same could be said about Tim Drake Robin as well. Or maybe just never had the whatever, let's just not go on to that anymore. Let's not talk about it anymore. Let's just move on with showing you the comic books, because I'll end up saying something stupid or something, or just feeling like I've said something stupid when I haven't said something stupid, because I'm aware that my mouth says stupid things sometimes. Right. Anyway, it's lovely art on these covers. Here you go. That's more like it. That's more my level of content. Let's not try to get into any deep philosophical debates about stuff, because I'm a stupid man, and deep philosophical debates and social topics and blah 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 and la di da don't really. My brain doesn't go that way. My brain's more, whatever. Anyway, nice covers, eh? Yeah, they are nice covers though. This one's cool. This one's interesting. It's an interesting image. Of course, complaint I made a couple of videos ago. None of the covers actually show you what's going on in the comic book at all. They're just pictures. They're just pictures involving the characters that could be cross-referenced to any blinking one of the stories, probably. Maybe there is something inside that's going on. Right, this one, for example, it could be the meet-up with Talia al Ghul. It looks like Talia al Ghul. I'm guessing more by the sword. It's a sort of sword play. That's quite interesting. You got the reflection in the mirror, and you got the reflection of Catwoman in the sword. That's a pretty nice cover. I think I said nice cover about 10 times in this video now. But it is nice cover though. Right. It's just me always Poison Ivy always in sexy poses on every single one of her covers nowadays, or more often than not she'll be lounging around in a sexy pose. I suppose she doesn't wear much clothing anymore. When did she go green anyway? Was there an actual story where she actually went green? I mean, it makes a certain amount of sense because she has got all that poison in her body, and she's tied in with plant life and so forth. But it looks like we've got Zatanna on this one as well. Zatanna and Talia al Ghul. This one's just a plain background, plain white background. Yeah, the characters aren't too bad on there though. The Gotham City Sirens. Sirens are dangerous. Sirens of Greek mythology will lead you to your death. Joker. Looming large. Alright. I believe I got the full run of this Sirens. Doesn't go that long. I think there might have been a second series though, I'm not too sure. Number 21. Harley Quinn's looking rather... She's locked up and she's not looking too happy. Looks like she's been having a cry. Oh, distressed. Okay. It's Batwoman, half angel, half devil, I'm guessing, because she's got an angel wing and the demon wing, so maybe that's indicative of her fight within herself. Is she a good guy? Is she a bad guy kind of thing? Well, hello. Looks like Harley's been Jokerized. She's letting the Joker out of this cage. The joke's on you. Got a big clay face in the background there as well. A sister's betrayal. Oh, is this maybe Catwoman's decided she doesn't want to be doing supervillain stuff anymore? Maybe. Yeah, it looks like Poison Ivy's about to grab Catwoman from behind and Harley's about to smack her with her hammer. So yeah, I think Catwoman decides that she's no longer... I don't know, maybe. And here they seem to be going their own way. Catwoman's got poison, she's got vines around her and she's got the hammer of Harley, so maybe they've had a big fight and they've decided they're going their own way. Oh my jeez, that's interesting. I noticed that as well. Harley Quinn's got Catwoman's goggles and Ivy's got her whip. So what are they, mementos to remind themselves of each other? Like, interesting. Well, that's that one. Now we've got an Azrael run. Azrael came back, or the character of Azrael, but it was a new person. It wasn't John Paul Valley. It was still tied into the Order St. Dumas. Dumas, probably. I don't know if it's pronounced. Still Flaming Sword, still Gotham. Still got some deep post-hypnotic suggestion kind of shenanigans going on. Can't remember the guy's name though, or what happened in the end, to be honest. But it wasn't. I remember it being a terrible run. It was interesting enough as a monthly read. I thought it was okay. I just can't remember it very well. That's all. And it is a pretty cool costume. Very Knights of Templar or something. And here, enter Ragman. These covers are a little bit exotic, no, ethereal, obscure. I don't know. They're interesting though. Are they painted covers? Maybe, I'm not too sure, but they do look different. It looks like he's been either beaten up or turned into a zombie on this one. This will look out of place on the deceased cover. Looking like something out of Assassin's Creed. Again, good covers, but a different style of good to the Gotham Sirens. Very dark covers. I wonder, I have no idea who they are. I wonder if it's maybe early covers by Lucio Perello or something like that. I don't really know. I don't think they are. Right, this is a different cover artist anyway, this one. Art style has changed somewhat. Right. This one, you know the series Crossed, where you got the zombies who, well, not zombies, they're like zombies, but they're like crazy people who get a red cross on their face and they just turn into vicious, evil, murderous, rapist debauchers. Like, yeah, but he looks like one of them because he's got a cross carved into his face. But I'm guessing that's part of fanaticism of the religious order, the ancient order of St. Dumas, maybe. Or maybe it's a rival order, I'm not too sure. But, yeah, return to Gotham. And obviously, because he's returned to Gotham, the next cover's got to have Batman on it. The prophecy fulfilled, it says. And you've got the Batman Incorporated logo as well, so maybe Azrael is brought into the Batman fold again. What, plain white background. I think there was a month they did covers like this, just plain white background with the characters, like, you know, running at the screen or big on the screen. So it looks like he's got a cold blade and a fire blade on this one. A freezing blade and a flaming blade, maybe. I don't remember the freezing blade, but right, number 17. Looks like there's ghost of the previous Azrael's Sword of St. Dumas. Right, the final showdown. It looks like he's facing Ra's al Ghul. That's right, the Order of St. Dumas is an ancient enemy of Ra's al Ghul, the demon's head. So they've got their own criminality. They're not the, you know, they are enemies of Ra's al Ghul, so they've got something on in their favour. Although they're far from angels themselves, if you know what I mean. Okay, right, we've got Batman Streets of Gotham, starring a backup feature of Manhunter, Kate Spencer. Again, interesting covers. Not your typical old, you know, not your old school awesome superhero covers, but they're all decent covers in their own right. Not my favourite sort of thing. Give me a Bronze Age, Silver Age cover any day. Well, this is a pretty demented depiction of Mr. Zsasz, Victor Zsasz. Look at him. That guy will cut your throat as soon as look at you. And then he'll make a little mark on his body to indicate that he's done it. Nut job. I had a split second there. I thought about counting his notches to see how many he killed, but that would be daft. That would take too long. With Huntress and Man-Bat. You've got Manhunter on the cover of this one. She come into the main book instead of being the set. Oh yeah, so she looks like she's also featured Batman and Robin. So maybe the Batman and Robin story is relegated to the back of this book, and Manhunter's in the front for this issue. No, it's still the normal way around, just that the cover was different. Looks like Damian Wayne is the Robin in this run. Someone's behind bars. You've got Batman, you've got Robin in the bottom half, you've got Zaz. I reckon he became a serial killer because his last name was so stupid that people couldn't say it properly, and it drove him mad. The fact that no one could say his surname properly, and he was like, it's whatever it is. I don't know what it is even. I've read the character plenty, and I don't know what he is. Zaz, Zax, whatever. I just read today the Hulk, where I think it's the first appearance of Zax, the electric monster. Not to be confused with Zaz, the serial killer from Batman, but it's Zax, the electric monster. I think it might be his first appearance because Hawkeye and Hulk are fighting him, and there was no mention of him being seen before. You actually see him being created in an explosion kind of thing. So I think it might have been the first appearance of that character. So that's quite cool. Classic Marvel monster. La 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 la. Oh, I haven't sung that for a while. I did a boo, ba ba boo, I did it do. I don't know the words. Do 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 do. Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. Oh, shut up! God, sometimes you get a song in your head, you can't stop yourself. Oh, Ragman's the backup feature now. Doopy-doo-boo. There really should be a book featuring like all the characters you barely see, like do it like an anthology book. So you've got a Ragman story every month, you've got a Demon story every month, would be nice, a Manhunter maybe story every month. Did I say Ragman yet? I can't remember. Ragman was one I was thinking. Wild Dog again, that'd be cool. Yeah. Creeper, that was the one I was thinking of. Oh, this is the last one, number 21. Versus Hush, the final confrontation. Okay, we've got another Batman title, Batman Confidential. From 2007. More traditional style covers. Ooh. Dark Knight versus Wayne Tech. Gotham City in the balance. Blown away. Cycling through. Diggle, Portasio and Friend are the creative team. Is that Andy Diggle and Wilts Portasio, is it? Man versus Machines. An all-new story arc starts here, Before There Was a Joker. New creative team as well, Green, Cohen and Floyd. Yeah, I think this was another one of those titles that could jump from story to story, different times in Batman's history, I believe. Wicked Funny. Born in Blood. Laughing Matters, the Joker, Day 1. Presenting the Joker! The Face of Evil, the Face of Hope. It's a rather not the greatest art style to my mind. New story arc starts here. The Batman's Wrath. It looks like he's Wrath. It looks like he's got Jim Gordon there. He's grabbed Jim Gordon. So it's probably set before their friendship. Bringing down the Bat. That character's a bit like the Wraith. The Wraith was it was like an anti-Batman, almost like a opposite of him. His parents were criminals who were killed by policemen. Same as Prometheus, who was Wrathchild, says there. So maybe it's not the Wraith, maybe it's the Wrath. Is it the same character? I can't remember. Target Gordon. The Wraith. No, it's the Wrath. I think it's the Wrath. Maybe I don't remember. Yeah, facing the Wrath. There you go. It wasn't the Wraith, it was the Wrath. Wrath. Riff. Batgirl crosses Catwoman's path for the first time. The cat fight begins here, part 1 of 5. Yeah, this isn't a bad. This is kind of like a silly bit. It's a bit of a fun story, like Catwoman and Batwoman fighting. That's Batgirl fighting across Gotham. Insanity Clause, The Bat and the Cat, part 2 of 5. And their costumes are getting steadily more worn as the fight rages on. Girls' Night Out. I think it's meant to be done more in humour than for titillation. Their costumes being decimated as they go. Oh dear. The what, the who, the why. Right, new story arc, new creative team. The Joker goes to jail. Hey, we didn't pass go. And you didn't collect £200, but that's how the game is, mate. You go straight to jail. You don't go past go. You don't collect £200. Didn't know anything. Stop me if you've heard this one before. A psycho killer faces a judge for sentencing. One was assaulted. Peanut. The Joker's killer comedy. Good cop, dead cop. The Joker's legacy. That's up with blinking Riddler's face on this cover. Has he got a bloody nose or what's supposed to be up in there? A badly shaven moustache? I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's bruising. The Curse of King Tut. First time ever in Gotham. King Tut was originally from the TV show. I don't think he ever appeared in the comic book. Riddle of the Sphinx. In the comic, we had a kind of similar character, Maxi Zeus. Maxi Zeus never gets used anymore. Maxi Zeus was fun. Should use more Maxi Zeus, I say. Not that I'm reading any current comic books. I need to check if I got his first appearance. I don't think I've even got that many appearances of Maxi Zeus, but I remember liking him when I saw him. I thought, oh yeah, a great nut job villain. He literally thinks he's Zeus, the Greek god. He has little thunderbolts that he fires at people. Right, Bad Cop. Police brutality. I wore myself out singing that song. Mind you, I got up quite early this morning. I went to bed fairly late and I got up about 7:30. Read a few comics, put a few comics away. Finished off digging out my comics for Cover Slingers. Second appearances show. I think that's going to be, by the time this video goes out, that's going to be yesterday. So if you didn't watch Cover Slingers, go watch it now, give it a comment. Make a comment saying, why did you make the Grey Man lose again? His comics were the best. I can't believe that he lost. You all suck for not voting for him. Matilda's mad. That kind of thing. Roger's comics were rubbish. How did he win with that crap? That kind of comment. If you just leave that kind of comment on yesterday's video, that would be nice. Yeah. Flipping hell. It's a Sam Keith story. Yeah, not my favourite artist. And he's got a bonkers style. Don't think he really suits Batman, to be honest, but whatever. Here he is again. And again. And one more time for good luck. Alright, got some Mandrake art. That's more like it. Batman Confidential versus the Undead. So he's always good with zombies, werewolves, vampires, spectres, Martian manhunters, creeps. Creeps was his own comic that he did a 4-part raw for Image. I've got all 4 parts signed by Tom Mandrake, which was cool. I ordered them off his website years ago. They give you a little sketch of Spectre at the same time. Alright, Cavalcade of Corpses. Right, the last bit from this half of the stack. We still got that's the shortest pile. I've got a whole pile of the whole run of Nightwing to go next. So this is going to be another one of these long videos that I've been doing recently. Probably going to be an hour and a half, probably. Like, well, hour and 15 minutes, like the other ones have been recently. Right, we're carrying on the Buried Alive. It's let's say, carrying on the versus the undead. This one's Buried Alive. And Superman's here, and this time Batman and Superman versus the undead. And this kind of, I'll show you the whole cover first. And this kind of look here, the soulless eyes and the skulls and the smoky kind of effect. This is kind of Tom Mandrake speciality, that kind of ethereal, ghostly nastiness. Just awesome. Just really good. Right, new creative team with number 49. I didn't know this went over 50 issues. I've forgotten. Extra pages. A Lost Silver Age classic. This is a bonus. Storyline Superpowers begins in this issue. Is it a real Silver Age or is it a pretend Silver Age? Yeah, I think it's done in the Silver Age style. Seriously, I think DC should do a Silver Age blinking. They should separate. They should have they should do a whole run of comics in the Silver Age style. They ever do every now and again. They do like a one-off. But I reckon if they, even if it was like a short run, like not really necessarily that many copies of it, like 100,000 copies of it, some sort of thing, like in the 70s style. There's so many old fans who feel left out by modern comics. And there's plenty of modern readers who I'm sure would like to read the old Silver Age style, and they just bloody well do them. They should just do them. They should do full reprint runs as well. They should find a classic old series and reprint every single issue. I don't know, maybe it'd work. A League of One. Mind you, it'd probably be more expensive than actually getting the old issues, thinking about it. So it'd have to be a run that's extremely expensive to pick up, and just do a complete facsimile run on a monthly basis. I don't know. I can't think of necessarily any titles that'd be worth doing on. It wouldn't be worth doing it on various titles because the original copies would probably be cheaper than paying for the new versions at $3.99 a month or whatever. I suppose if they could try to do it $1, but I don't know. But anyway, on to the Nightwing section of it. So we've got an annual, number 1, the Pulp Heroes annual, Young Romance, Forever Hold Your Peace. Done like an old pulp magazine style. Right, and then we've got Nightwing, Our World's at War, A Time to Die. Right, we've got an 80-page giant, Hela, an all-new epic length story. And if you wanted to know the secret to Jackie Chan's stunts and martial arts prowess, it's because he drinks milk. Don't mess with me, because I drink milk too. Just behave yourselves, alright? Don't get lippy in the comments, or I might have to use my milk-induced martial arts prowess against you. And you wouldn't like that. So don't get on my nerves, alright? Don't make me angry. Right, Nightwing, first solo series debut from September 95 by Dennis O'Neil, Greg Land and Mike Sellers. So a little 4-parter. Behind enemy lines, new look, new attitude. Is this where the disco Nightwing costume disappeared? Right, here he's dangling above the ground and being gnawed on by a rat. Well, that's no way to that's no way to fight crime, is it? I think he might have like parachuted into Corto Maltese or something like that, or one of those dodgy places in South America, or I don't know. He's parachute behind enemy lines, yeah. So he did parachuting. I think he got tangled in his thing, and that's when the rat started trying to gnaw at him. Right, Nightwing Huntress. Right, the thing, the only good thing with modern comics, they're not rubbish. I mean, there's some that, but the best thing about modern comics, I would say, is that they sellotape doesn't stick to them as well. So you get a bit of sellotape stuck on a modern comic, it just peels right off. It's the older comics that get tape pulls. The more modern a comic is, the more shiny it is and less likely to get a tape pull. Right, Huntress, Nightwing Huntress, number 1 of 4. 2 of 4. So 2 of 4, they're fighting. And because they're such quick workers, 3 of 4, they're getting it on. Ziggy, ziggy, ziggy. Whatever that means. And then number 4, yeah, they're walking away. They're like, yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Right, now we finally come on to the Nightwing. Actually, let's move this a little bit up there. Let's rearrange my seating. Oh, prop my aching back up on the cushions. Oh, that's better. Move these comics a bit closer so I can. Right, here we go. Let's get it on. Not in the same way as Nightwing and Huntress, but you know, get it on in a showing you my comic books kind of way. Right. Nightwing number 1 from October 96. No blurbs on any of the covers. Just Nightwing swinging into action. There he's nearly getting killed by Lady Vic. This might be a first appearance, I'm not sure. Right. I thought at least with no blurbs on the covers, I haven't got anything that I have to read, so maybe I'll get through them a bit quicker. The trouble is, it means I haven't got much to say. Here he is being athletic. And here he is being strong. Well, no, he's being overpowered, to be honest. I think that's Blockbuster. I think it's the new Blockbuster. I think it might be the brother of the original Blockbuster. Was it Roland Desmond? Or Raymond Desmond? And this guy, I think he might be his brother, something Desmond, I'm sure it is. Unfortunately, they don't tell me on the first page. He's a big guy though. Again, they got price labels on them, but it's like, why they got price? I'm sure I got this from my local comic shop. Why would he put prices on it? They've gone into my box. There's a load of them here with price labels on. It really makes me doubt my own memory. Sure, I got these. I didn't go anywhere else for my comics. I got them from the same shop all the time. It's not even his price stamp. I don't know. Who cares? It hardly matters now. Hardly matters now, does it? Unlucky 13. There we go. Batman in the house. Because Nightwing took his name from a Kryptonian superhero. Superman, when he entered the bottled city of Kandor and lost all his powers, he became Nightwing. That was his superhero name whilst he was in Kandor. And Jimmy Olsen was his sidekick, Flamebird. Bit of man-bat action. As you can see in the background there's a man-bat in the background. There you go, you can see it better at that angle. Alright, we've got a Cataclysm crossover. That's when there was an earthquake in Gotham, which led to No Man's Land. A monster at the bottom there? Oh, I think it might be the dinosaur in the Batcave, the T-Rex in the Batcave. Broken up maybe. Right, this is another guy who called himself Nightwing. He was like a not particularly well trained vigilante, bit violent. He'd beat people up with a club, and he spelled it N-I-T-E. Yeah, obviously got himself in a bad way. And Nightwing's looking after him. I think he was a bit of a recurring character. He came back once or twice in the run. Brotherhood of the Fist. There's a monkey guy. Might be called White Monkey actually. I think he might be called White Monkey. Just popped in my head, it may well be wrong. Okay. Doing some investigation. I think at some point in this run he becomes a policeman. He joins the Bloodhaven Police Department. Right, we've got DC 1 million. Nightwing 1 million, should I say. Oh. Huntress again. This cover could do with clean. It's got loads of little. You look at catch it at the right angle. It's got loads of little speckles over it. Oh, hello. There's their relationship gone belly up again. Look, there they are together, all fine and dandy. There they are. Either they're having a bit of consensual bondage play, or Nightwing's tied her up to stop her from annoying him, getting in the way of him. And in this next one, she's got her own back. She's tasered the crap out of him. I say, you could just use a safe word rather than a taser. Like if you didn't want to be tied up, just use the safe word. Right, and here they are both in states of costume or stress, but back to back fighting against whatever the heck they're fighting against. You can't tell because there's nothing, absolutely nothing on the cover that lets you know what, it gives you any clue. Doesn't mention the villain, doesn't even mention the storyline, the title of the story or anything. I suppose you have to read the comic books. There he is with Superman. Here's the return of the other Nightwing. There he is, running away from an attack helicopter. Double dare, they'll take more than your breath away. There's a couple of acrobatic villains. Escape to Blackgate. This is part of No Man's Land. Hello, looks like he's been tied up and looks like he's going mad in that one. Has he been given venom? And here he's tied up, looks like he's gonna drown. Drown, not drowned. Drowned is the past tense. Right, number 38, Ballistic Romance, number 1. Is that Barbara Gordon? She has a chair. Oracle? I think it could be. This looks like it's got wet at some point. I must have read this in the bath and accidentally fell asleep. No Man's Land. It's a bit crimply. It's a bit crimply clinkly. Protected America from the Nazi scourge. There's the old school tarantula there from JSA. A bold new era for Nightwing. Chuck Dixon's the creative, lot of this, the writer. Dixon, Land and Geraci currently on that one. Right, there's the other Nightwing again. Somebody's gonna pay. Both Nightwings. And again, both Nightwings. Alright, The Hunt for Oracle. Torture Time. Alright. We're coming up to number 50. I know it goes for over 100 issues, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's up to 98. I can't remember now. Maybe it's over 100. I think Robin got a longer run than Nightwing. I think Robin goes to about 120 something. But I can't remember. Right, The Hunt for Oracle number 3. Date with a Thrill Devil. Death from Beyond. The Spider to the Fly. I can't remember what that character's name is. Extra sized issues, number 50. And here's the other Nightwing. Tad's story. I'm guessing that's his name, Tad. It's a very American name, isn't it? Tad. Pretty sure there's no one in England called Tad. Batman dies. Maybe there is. They're probably bullied though if they are. Right, Officer Down. Is this when Jim Gordon's been wounded in duty? I think it is. There's Barbara looking at a picture of her dad. Man, it's another one with a price label on it. I don't understand. I got these from my local comic shop. I swear I did. It was just at the end of the road. There's no way I was walking to bloody well. I wasn't picking them up in different shops every week. I had them on order from the same bloody shop. So why have some of them got price labels on? Fists of Fury. Maybe I don't. I know this one's got a. Oh, bloody hell! This has got a price label on it as well. It's in Nottingham. It's. There's no way I bought these on from eBay. Like afterwards, I'm sure I got these as they came out. I remember reading them every month. Why have I got blinking price labels from bloody well eBay from Nottingham in 2001? Never went to Nottingham anyway. I've never been to Nottingham Forbidden Planet, so I certainly didn't get them in person. But I wasn't buying. There's another one for a month afterwards. So I'm sure I got these at the time. 100% sure I got these at the time. Didn't buy them later. I don't know. The evidence is not not agreeing with my memory. That's all I can say on that one. This one's got a price label on it as well. Oh, bless my poor aching brain. It's not fit for purpose. Right, the Slab Under Siege. Where the heck is Nightwing? Is that maybe Blue Beetle? I think it is, but his costume looks really weird. It's really loose. Bruce Wayne Murderer, Part 3. Oh, this one's got somebody with a tape paw or something. Pink and scuff there. That last one I showed in a Slinger's Choice week on Cover Slingers. I did prison themed. Do do do. Ba 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 do. Do 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 do. What's happening with that sellotape? Why aren't you come off properly? So what? Fallout 3 songs in my head. Welcome to Turn River. That looks like that Hello Woman that we saw on the 80-page special. A new chapter begins with a bang. Ooh. Like he's in Rome, maybe. Italy, maybe. Carabinieri. I think that's could be Italian. Not too sure. Bullet Train. Bullet Train, is that Japan? The Bullet Train in Japan? I can't think of where he is on this one. I'm finding there's some kind of clue as to where he might be. Yeah, no, I couldn't tell you. No idea where he is on this cover. I mean, there's just no way of telling. I mean, there's some kind of red bus, some kind of box for a telephone, some kind of big clock. Like no, that's not a big clock. Sorry, it's like a bridge. Like it's actually a bridge. I just realised now. For some reason, I thought it was Big Ben. I know, I lied. I know exactly where it is. It's supposed to be London. Look, it's a London telephone box, a London bus, and London Bridge of all things. And that bus. I'm not sure if there's a 47 bus, but those locations there are all actually Surrey Quays. I go past there on later Lisa's. That's one of the stops when I go past Lisa's. Catford, we visit quite often. It's just down the road from Lisa's on a bus. We go shopping there sometimes. Bermondsey, South London, South Bermondseys, where in Millwall hang out. Millwall, dodgy football team. Extra sized issue number 75. Number 76. Right, number 77. I think the writer now is. I think she's court name is Devin Grayson, I believe. Same surname as Dick, but her name is Devin. she was quite a good writer for him. She had quite a lot of she did quite a lot of DC writing. I'm not sure if she's still working or has worked for DC for a while. I'm not too sure, but her stuff was quite cool back in the day. I thought I never found any issue with her writing. Right, this is quite a cool cover. It's got a bit of stickiness there. There was a price label. So there's another one that had a price label on it at one point. So it really makes me question my brain where I got the comics from. I'm sure I got them from my local comic shop because I had so many on order. So why do I keep finding ones with price labels for other places? Girl Gone Wild. There's Cassandra Cain Batgirl. You know, maybe my comic shop, for some reason, didn't give me certain comics, and so I ended up picking them up to fill up the run later. That's the only thing I could think of as to why. But there's so many of them, though. This has got Forbidden Planet of Edinburgh, so I know I didn't go and get it in person. So I can only imagine I bought it on eBay. But I'm sure I remember getting these. Oh, you know. Same again, Forbidden Planet Edinburgh, number 84. Oh, and another one. Duke Street. So it's a different label to the Edinburgh one. We should go back on eBay and look at every single transaction you made, going back 20 years or whatever, so I could see. I must have bought them on eBay because I didn't go to them shops. I didn't go to Edinburgh or wherever the heck that Duke Street is. I got all my comics from the comic shop down the end of my road. Then when I started collecting some like back issues of stuff that I hadn't got before, like I got all the Miss Marvel run, I got all the She-Hulk run. Well, no, I actually got those more recently. Finished off my She-Hulk run. The Nova run, actually. No, the Nova run I mainly bought from that local comic shop. They had all the back issues there, and I've ended up buying them all. Oh well, I don't know. I'm never going to know now. Like this one's another Forbidden Planet, Buchanan Street. No idea what that area code is. Same. Right, this is. I think this is Tarantula. I believe that's Tarantula. I'm guessing she modelled herself after the Golden Age Tarantula, the World War II All-Star Squadron hero. But I think she's a little problematic. I'm not sure if she was kind of been a bit hard and fast with the law, a little bit willing to cross the line maybe. And I might be wrong. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But I think she took advantage of Nightwing at one point. I'm pretty sure there was a storyline, yeah, where she, I don't know, maybe he wasn't quite, I don't know, he was unconscious or drugged or, let's just say he was an unwilling participant. Yeah, I believe I remember that right. Oh well. Right, the world changes forever. Is this after he's been taken advantage of? Let me see if I can find. No, they seem to be friendly. Well, yeah. There seem to be friends here. Maybe it's in this one where it says the world changes forever. Let's have a quick look. The world changes forever. There they are on the rooftop together. Where are they? Oh, there's that Blockbuster guy. Does she kill Blockbuster? Oops, hold on. Get back here. Get back here. Yeah, I think it was supposed to have been yeah, I don't know if he's half knocked out, concussed. Yeah, I think he's been poisoned. He says, poisonous, numb, I killed him, we killed. And she says, tusk, 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 I killed him, now hush. No, you're my responsibility, it's my fault, my fault. She says, quiet mi amor calado, whatever that means. Quiet, my love, I'm riding up and down on your lap against your will. Anyway, I'm not too sure. I don't know. I'm sure that's what was suggested later. Anyway, Sliver. But there's still... I'm not sure if he's... I don't know. It's a nice day to start again. And she appears to have some kind of wedding hood on. A veil. I can't remember it all wrong. Right, and there's number 96 in a bag. War Games. There's that Sky Captain the World of Tomorrow DVD inside. Yeah. Alright, 97 War Games. I spoke about War Games before. I thought it was a stupid premise. 98. Oh, it looks like it does go over 100. That was my initial thought. It did go over 100. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I think it goes up to maybe 120 or something, 125. I think Robin goes up to like 146 maybe, I'm not sure. I'm literally just plucking numbers out of my ear, so don't quote me on nothing I say. Double check, citation needed, anything that I say, okay? Night of the Bullet. Extra size 100th issue. Breaking up is hard to do. Yeah, that looks like Nightwing and Tarantula maybe not getting on. I mean, I'm seeing some signs that there may be, you know, I'm not really good at telling but yeah, I think maybe the relationship's a bit on the rocks. Right. Year 1, Robin's Last Stand. Bombs away. Is this meant to be... This is Dick Grayson as Robin, I'm guessing, since it's in his book. And here his costume seems to be mirroring Deadman's. Boston brand. They were both aerialists in the circus, so... guest starring Batgirl. I think this is early on. No, because I think he fancied her as a kid when she was a bit older than him, and he fancied her when she first came, and he was Robin. And when he got to older, there was always a frisson of attraction between them. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they've done the deed. You know, there's been like on-off relationships between them, kind of thing. Yeah. To the death. It's the last part of year 1. He's fighting Killer Croc. Right, 107. From the Shadow of the Bat. Oh, this one's like a portrait. Nightwing mobbed up. Does he go down a Punisher route and try and take out the mob from within or something? Villains united tying at the mercy of the Black Mask. A long way down. Doop doop doobie 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 doo ba ba doo ba boopie doo a deepie doop boop boopie boo a ba 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 dum a deep bum ba dum and into the fire. Do 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 do. Secrets and lies. There he is fighting that no good Deathstroke. Deathstroke's Dark Knight. Friend or foe? There's Arsenal. Although he might be called Red Arrow at this point. No, I think it's still Arsenal. Right, Deadly Advances. No, sorry, Deadly Allegiances. I read that wrong. So, okay, it looks like Nightwing in his weird new get-up as like a Deathstroke protege, whatever. And Ravager, Deathstroke's daughter, Rose, with a bit of green kryptonite, making Superman weaker so that this new red-cloaked Nightwing can fight him. Right, Infinite Crisis crossover, Nightwing Betrayed. It's like Ravager and Deathstroke are about to administer the coup de grace. Right, Love and War. There's Barbara. Oracle. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. We're getting there. Not too long now. Alright, and now we jump. Oopsie daisy. So I just told me sellotape. Nothing, no big deal. I think we might be at the end, actually. Well, the end of the run. We jump to 1 year later. Ooh. This is Nightwing with a curvy dagger in New York. That's the big woman, isn't it? What's her name? The statue of big woman with a torch, I think it's called. Statue of. I know what it is. It's a Statue of Liberty. I was just backing around, like I did earlier on with London. Is he fighting himself? Okay. Again. Okay. What the heck is going on there? I'm tempted to open it now and see if there's anything that appertaining to that cover inside. Ah, yeah. Okay, I'll take it back. So he's in some kind of cocoon. So fair enough. The cover makes more sense. This one's an interesting looking one. Kind of movie poster-esque or something. Or right. Okay. Lots of flames. Right, and then 124. There we go. This seems to be the last one. Much as I love the non-superpowered heroes, it always just boggles my mind with the crazy. I know there's some more after this. It's okay, there's some more actually. So I was taken them back because there's an annual. And I thought it was the end. Normally they put the end at the end, but there's a whole more. Oh, it goes past 150, so I was well wrong about this one. Again, I was wrong. I told you not to believe anything I say. I don't believe anything I say myself. I thought we went for less than the Robin thing. I think next video is going to be Robin. Tim Drake's Robin run. So we'll see how long it goes on for. Okay, 133. Let's get this bloody video over, hey? Oh, I've done the show them in the wrong order. Let's start that again. Got to turn the pack over before you show them. Right, 125. 126. Yeah, I was saying the ability of non-superpowered people, just athletes, to jump off of massive skyscrapers and throw a batarang around a blinking flagpole 50 yards or 100 yards away. It's just like, and like be able to work out the angles to get the thing without smashing into a building. It's just like, you know, I have to just not think about it at all, because it's the second you think about the gymnastics and athletic abilities that these people have for swinging from rooftops. Like Catwoman jumps off blinking skyscrapers with just a whip. It's like, come on, that's not going to do anything. She wrapped that whip around something and she started to swing as you're gonna unwrap the whip and carry on to another thing. She'd be saying, if she was able to get the whip around anything, she'd be dangling from that whip, waiting to die because she couldn't bloody go anywhere else. It's like, yeah. Daredevil's the worst though. Not only he's blind as well though, and he's just got that little club thing that it's like I think they've really overdone the swinging, you know. I think these heroes should be mainly ground based. Occasionally they can go in this up in buildings, but they have to suss it out first, work out the angles, you know, have the ropes in place already, kind of thing, you know. Yeah, that's my bit more realism, I reckon, with your web swinging and your bloody well batarang swinging, and yeah. I mean, in real life, you get like crazy people who are excellent mountain climbers, climb up the sides of buildings with no ropes, literally free climbing, just grabbing hold of the blinking, you know, the ledges and stuff. You know, there are people who are not scaredy cats like me, who will be willing to do that. Things not crap scared of heights, and have got the skill to, you know, to climb like that. Oh God, it's the thought of it makes me cringe, makes me feel queasy. But there are people who can do that, but they don't get to the top of a skyscraper, think, oh, I'm going to jump off this building, throw this rope, it's going to tangle around that, and I'm going to swing freely to another rooftop. It's like, no, you're going to die. You'd die if you do that. You die in seconds. If you manage some miracle to do the first swing, you'd probably die on the second swing. It's just, yeah, anyway. Don't think about that. Don't think about that, because you can't enjoy your comic books if you think about that. You know, you have to suspend, you have to forget, not just suspend your disbelief, but just pretend that belief is not even a thing. So like, no, we don't worry about laws of physics and gravity and this, you know, it's the comic book. Don't worry about things like that. Right. Yeah. If I ever win £1 billion and I get my own comic company, I'm going to make it so that they're more realistic. Only people with actual superpowers, like heightened agility and stuff, can do all that, and heightened, you know, invulnerability, so they can jump off buildings without dying. They can do all that swinging, but normal people, they have to stick to the ground. They have to be like Sandman. They can do like Sandman, Golden Age Sandman. He's got a grappling hook, so you might climb in the odd window here and there. You might swing down from the odd thing. You might maybe have a little bit of a zip line. A zip line, I can understand. Yeah, that works. Zip line, yeah. As long as you've got it set up at the right angle, you're not going to crash into the building. A zip line, I can imagine. Or like just simple up to a rooftop. Like you've got like a grappling hook that pulls you up, kind of thing. Yeah, okay, I can live with that. That would work. But not jumping off bloody gargoyles and swinging a bloody rope and... Oh, stupid. Anyway. Yeah. You'd think I didn't like comic books the way I talk, but you just got to suspend that disbelief forever. But that's what I find, probably because I'm so scared of heights, that like when I see them doing these things, I think, nah, they couldn't do that. It's stupid. It wouldn't work. It's too crazy. It's too dangerous. Right, burial at sea. Especially when you see like, it's just like acrobats, like engaging in rooftop battles, chasing each other off rooftops, throwing batarangs. It's like, oh, bloody stupid. You want to work, you'll both be dead. You'll both plummet to your death. Right, anyway. Yeah. Right, Batman R.I.P. storyline. Right, nearly at the end. Here we go, 150. So I was completely and utterly wrong with my guesses. I thought it went maybe stopped at under 100, then I thought it was 120 something. But no, it goes past 150. Not much past though. So maybe it's Robin that only goes to 120, I don't know. I'm sure I remember being 146 or something like that, I don't know. We're going to find out next video. I'm pretty sure next video is going to be my Robin video. Right, Faces of Evil, Ras Al Ghul. And the final issue, Origins and Omens, Last Rites. It's Nightwing 153. I think this leads into the battle for the cowl because Batman is dead. Who's going to take over? Oh no! Who could possibly take over from Batman? Who could it be? Could it be Robin? Could little young Robin wear the cowl? Could Huntress wear the cowl? Could Oracle wear the cowl? Could Jim Gordon wear the cowl? Could one of the villains wear the cowl? Oh no, who could possibly wear the cowl after Batman? Bruce Wayne. Who's done it before? Who could do it again? Could it be Azrael? Well, that's a possibility, I suppose. But who could it possibly be? No spoilers though. You have to read that yourself to find out. Oh, I'm finished. I'm done. I'm out of here. Cheers for watching. Have a great, amazing day. And until next time, may all your news be good news. Have a great, amazing day. I'll have a great, amazing day. Have a great, amazing day. I hope you have a great, amazing day.